Good morning, everyone. How are you today? Welcome to our chemistry class. And today, this morning, we are going to discuss a brand new lesson, but it's still connected to chemical reaction. And that lesson is types of chemical reactions. What are the types of chemical reactions? You might be wondering, yes, there are a lot of chemical reactions that are happening, but what are the types of chemical reaction? How do we know the type of chemical reaction? But before that, of course, we are going to discuss our goal for today's lesson. Our objective for today is that you should be able to identify and explain the outcome of a simple chemical reaction, whether it's synthesis, decomposition, single replacement, double replacement, by recognizing patterns. Yes, patterns. Take note of that. And we hope to answer by the end of this lesson essential question: how can we recognize different types of chemical reactions? All right. But before that, let's go ahead and do a quick collaboration. So I'm going to send in the link for our Nearpod Collaborate board because I just want to see just quick thoughts from you guys. What do you think happens when vinegar and baking soda mix? So I'm going to send in the link. I think the link is in the chat box right now. Go ahead and click that and let's see what you've got in our Nearpod Collaborate board. Let's see what you've got in here. We have here just quick thoughts on this one, right? Fizz. Awesome. All right. Fizz. And then we have also bubbles, question mark. You're not sure? That's okay. Gas will be formed. All right. And then, oh, we have water. Another question mark right there. And another one is the acidity of vinegar will be lost. Awesome. Good job. Thank you guys. Thank you so much to everyone who put in their quick thoughts on this one. But the real question is, what type of chemical reaction is really happening when vinegar and baking soda mix? That's an interesting question, right? Huh? All right, so we're going to learn that and unpack those things that we're going to learn today by discussing the first type of chemical reaction. So the first type of chemical reaction is what we call synthesis. And as you can see, there is a general pattern here that you can see that A reacts with B, produces AB. So two or more substances combine to form a single new compound. So that is synthesis, or in other terms, it's called combination reaction, when two substances combine together to form one single compound. So an example we have here is magnesium reacts with oxygen gas to produce magnesium oxide. All right. And as you can see, there are two substances in the reactant sides. It's magnesium and oxygen, and they produce one compound, which is magnesium oxide. Just to give a quick view on that one, let's go ahead and see this chemical reaction that is happening. I'm just going to have it fast forward. So what we have here is a magnesium metal right here. It is a magnesium metal that reacts with oxygen in the air in the presence of heat, and it produces a brand new compound. So it's magnesium and then oxygen and producing a brand new substance. As you can see here in the top view of our chemical reaction, it's a white powder that is formed that is actually the magnesium oxide. It's a brand new substance or compound that is formed. So it's a combination reaction because as you can see, magnesium and oxygen combine together to form magnesium oxide. And just a quick activity, let's go ahead and draw it. Like let's try to figure out what happens with magnesium and oxygen at the molecular level by drawing the atoms that are involved in this chemical reaction. So we have here, I'm going to ask for a volunteer to draw magnesium. All right, very good. There you have it, Jessica. Thank you. So magnesium is this one right here. Thank you, Jessica, for drawing that. And then we also have oxygen molecule. As you can see, oxygen is always diatomic molecule. It always exists as in pair. So two oxygen atoms here, one molecule of oxygen gas. And the arrow, of course, represents leading us to the product. So what we have here now is a single compound, which is called magnesium oxide. So as you can see, there is a combination of magnesium and oxygen producing magnesium oxide. All right, now let's just do a quick assessment poll. I'm going to send in the link. We'll be using Padlet for this activity. There you go. You can also scan the QR code that you are seeing on screen. You can use that to make sure that you are going to be directed to the chemistry assessment poll. Let's see what you've got. Awesome. All right. That is very correct. That is double displacement reaction when they exchange ions to forming two new compounds as well. Awesome. Very good. And we have our exit ticket. Very good. Yes, this is a double displacement reaction because as you can see, they just exchange ions and there are two compounds at the beginning of the reaction and there are two compounds after the reaction. Awesome. All right. So everyone, the key takeaway for this lesson is that chemical reactions follow predictable patterns. As you can see, there is a pattern when you see a chemical reaction, whether it's a chemical equation, whether it's a worded equation, you can definitely predict now what type of chemical reaction is happening based on those patterns. And for your assignment, I'm going to assign an activity for you. This is just an advanced reading of an article, and you will answer the question that follow. I'm going to send in the link. This is the link. All right, this is just the article. It's a reading analysis assignment, balancing chemical equations, because our next lesson will be about balancing chemical equations. Awesome. All right, guys, we have a great day today. Thank you so much for your active participation. And just remember, chemistry is just like life, full of reactions, some explosive, some sweet. Thank you so much, everyone. You have a wonderful rest of your day.